Hello again, Pete here from jolly old England. The other day I bought a Mercury, a 49 Mercury off of John the Skull Reviver. I got quite a few things off of him, and the previous owner had done a sort of pickup truck conversion on it, which I was just quite tempted by. So I bought it off of John because I thought, I rather instantly thought I could do something with it, and knowing what I've got in the spares box and things. So I got hold of it and then stripped the paint off of it. It was originally a dark blue colour, and I also cut this piece out of the rear to extend the pickup bed further back. I've also trimmed up that edge a bit, and this one, he had a glass panel glued into the back, as you see, rather coarsely. I did try sanding it down to see whether it would actually work, but it doesn't. And it just, I noticed that by doing that, I noticed that the B pillars were off and things like that. So I took it all apart. There goes the body. Stripped it, extended the bed further, and then started building up for going inside of it. I'm trying to get a view. Let's take that out. In there I've put a rib around the back edge that will block this new rear panel off, which I've made from sheet styrene of various types. Cut myself a new window, so I'll pop that in the back of there. And that will give a new back panel. The interior, I've extended a few bits there and squared that cut up because that wasn't square. I put another piece in there just to hide whatever gap is going to be along, seeing down through there, but just blanking it off a bit will stop your direct view into a load of rubbish. So I just slide that back in there and bung in the window while I'm here. The glass is rather fragile because there's a nasty crack along the bottom, but I'll just be careful with it for the moment, because that part's well hidden. I can't really think of a glue that would glue it back up. Maybe the Metpack one, whatever that's called, but I'm worried about frosting the rest of it, and I'd rather live with a. So that's that panel back in, and there's the extra ribbon that I put there. This one then slides into the back of there, and we'll start supporting the rear bed that I've made, which is over here. This is out of a ribbed panelling from whatever it is, the green bag stuff, evergreen, Plastrat evergreen, and then some plain sheet around for the sides, and there I've curved that around to fit in the body part at the back. And this is where it all goes together, not properly as it has been all day. Well, all day, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Half of last night. I only got this a few days ago, and I'd seen what I was going to do. I'll just get that slightly up in there, a little bit further up. That fits into a lip that I've made there. That fits into a lip that I've made. And then you just pop that in. We've got a little bit more trimming to get those bed parts up, but that's basically the new bed. And I'll box in the wheel arches. before I just put the pop that interior back in. Got some boxing into there to do, and a bit of minor lining up before I get this all done. But I'm basically there in a day thinking about it and a day messing around with it. I instantly knew what I was going to do with this when I saw the advert for the car, let alone getting my hands on it. And I thought with a bit of simple tidying up, I'll get a nice little Mercury pickup. It was a sort of slammer thing. There's a Fundamentals logo in there somewhere from 1977, and it came with a nice plastic axle going through the front, and these were just glued onto the back, onto the rear axle, and they're a bit tight, so by the look of it, it's only the hubcap width. I'll either dig out some narrower wheels or just narrow these a little bit more to get me more clearance in the back. I'm thinking about using these beetle lights on the back. I don't know. I think they're slightly too big, and nearly the size of the headlamps. Of course, these headlamps were just little beads, so I'm just going to replace them with proper headlamps. They came with a nice Mercury grille. I'll stick with that, and bumpers. Like I said, I'm not sure about the tail lights. It did have these. These are nice. I did like these, but I was thinking with it being a utility vehicle converted into a pickup, it may even have a crane in the back by the time I've finished. I don't know. Certainly thinking of a winch, sort of shop truck idea out of a Mercury. I do quite like these little tail lights, but like I said, with the industrial sort of feeling I want to make with this, I don't know whether to bung them in like that sideways. You know, once I've got that actually shaped and flushed, they might be alright. I don't know, apart from they're bloody big. I do think maybe a bit too big, which is a shame. I'll have to look around for some sort of tail light, because I don't want to use these, but I won't destroy anything until I'm thoroughly sure. Apart from that, there's only a boxing in, a few minor trimming bits to do. And I thought that was quite a neat little conversion on Mercury pickup. I suppose many people have got one of them. And out of a proper Mercury brand new, it would cost far too much money, chops. But it'll be kind of neat. It's got quite a good sluggy line. Looks quite like an Austin. Getting there. Anyway, that's it. Just a little sort of video there. Hope everyone's well. Thanks for liking, watching, subbing, or any of that sort of stuff. And hope you're all well. Bye.